So as of December 8th, this is the bee yard. We have 29 deep colonies and 2 nukes back there, 2 on the left. So my plan today is to just go through and look in each hive real quick and see. I put fondant on them on November 15th, so it's been almost a month, 3 weeks, I guess. So just want to check that, see where they're at with their fondant, and see if they're taking it down. Do I need to add more? I ordered, I think, 4 cases of the Hive Alive fondant, but I'm not picking that up until I go down to the Bee Expo at the beginning of January, so that's like 3 weeks from now. So I may need to order some in the meantime. I'm not sure. All right, so we're all suited up. We're going to take a quick look into the hives. Just want to see where the population is. Are they using the fondant that I put in there? Do they need any more? And just kind of make an assessment real quick. Take advantage of this nice day, nice temperature day, where I don't have to crack the boxes in the cold. So. This is a good one here. It probably needs some fondant. Not right now. I'd say they've eaten about half of it, maybe a little less than half, but good strong colony. These other 3 were pretty small. I don't have a lot of confidence that they'll make it through. We'll see. I've had this one here on this pallet, really good one. We'll keep going here. It's a small colony, doesn't even have any fondant. I missed that one, so I'll give them a patty here in a second. That's a good one. They still got plenty of fondant. It's another good one. They're doing fine. Really just want to take a quick look. A little bit smaller, but they're working the patty. Like I said, it's about 50 out today. It's still December and it's overcast, so it's not a beautiful warm day or anything, but for this time of year, I'll take it. So this box has some good honey stores here, I can see, and they've eaten about half their patty already. Good sized little colony there. My queens are a mix. I've got some Italians, some Carniolans. I've got quite a few mutts. Well, these guys have eaten over half their patty. So depending on the queen and their particular genetics, you get different styles of brood nests in the winter. About half the patty's gone there, good sized colony. So with the different queen genetics, like I said, you get different brood patterns in the winter, different colony sizes in the winter, and you can't always make judgments on the size of the colony. So last year I learned that going into winter, some of the colonies were small and they made it through just fine. This is a good little winter colony. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 frames of bees. But that doesn't always tell the tale. Sometimes a smaller colony makes it through just fine, and some of the big ones die out in the spring. So you just never know. That's another good one. Their patties, oh boy, it's about 90% gone. So all of these hives got apivar strips and 3 rounds of OVA. That's a big colony. They're all on this side. Patty's over here, and they haven't seemed to touch it at all. Maybe they don't need it. I got most of the stuff cleaned up out here. I've got about 4 or 5 more things to take inside. Decent little colony. And then I'll move the bees in, and that'll be it. They're really hitting their patty well. They've eaten a little bit of their patty. Colony's right here. It's only covering half though, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 frames, but half, so it's probably more like a 2-framer. But like I said, they are what they are at this point, and if they make it, they make it. I've done everything I can. That's a pretty small colony. It's just right here. 2, 3, 4, 4.5 frames, so again, more like a 2-framer. I'll move this over so they can try to get to it. This stuff's sticky. Some of these will need another patty. I think I'll do that when I move them in. I think I'll move them into the barn. Wow, that one is packed. That's by far the biggest. Or this one. One of these two are the biggest, but they're both packed full. Oh, huge winter nest there compared to some of the other ones. But like I said, I've seen it go both ways. Sometimes that works out great. Other times, some of the biggest colonies in the apiary die over winter. So I figured while I'm out here, I'll check these nukes real quick. Got 2 of them that I'm going to try to overwinter as nukes. They just weren't big enough to go into a full frames or full 10 frame box. Now these look good. Got bees on almost every frame. Well, I got bees on 4 out of 5 frames, back to about here. So nice little cluster. They got both end frames, honey, honey, and honey. So 3 frames of honey. They've got a patty. So we'll see what they do. Check this one here out. These were just some resource nukes that I was using when I was raising queens, and that top is already off. So same kind of thing. Good looking little colony. Kind of hard to see, but about 3 frames of bees here. Yeah, maybe 2.5 frames of bees. This patty should last them all winter, and I can replace it in the spring. The lid doesn't seal very well with that patty in there, but those should be good. That nuke I had sitting over there, over to the other side, died. It was a dead out, so I just cleaned it out. All right, so generally speaking, they all looked pretty good. I marked 2 of them that needed winter patty. This one I think didn't even have one, so I'll put that on them. So with that, they all have one. And this pallet back here needed one. I believe this one was just, I think they were just consuming it faster than the others, so I marked it here. Let's see. Yeah, they have eaten almost all of it. Pretty big colony. So we'll give them a new one. And now everyone's got a patty. Should be good to go. All right, so it was good to get that done. I went through each hive and checked them all. Everybody's got a patty. Everyone's alive at this point. There are some pretty small colonies in there that I don't know if they'll make it, but stranger things have happened. So let me show you what's going on here. What I did over here with these two doubles were far and away the biggest ones in the colony. They were packed side to side, 10 frames deep. So I had 2 deeps from some dead outs that had a lot of honey in them. So I just went ahead and gave them a second deep for the winter that's loaded down with honey. So hopefully that keeps them, gives them the space they need and gives them the extra resources. Maybe midwinter they can move up. Well, that's where we're at. I've got 1 pallet of equipment that still needs to go in right here, and this pallet needs to go in. This pallet actually broke on me. It finally gave up, so that'll be going in the garbage. This equipment will go inside. The rest of these colonies will move inside next week. So that puts us at 31 colonies, 29 10 frame deeps, and 2 nukes. And hopefully they do well this winter, and next spring we're bringing out, 20 to 30 of them. That would be the goal. So hopefully we make it through. I'm sure we'll lose a few. We always do, but we did our best this year. These colonies all got apivar strips in the spring, apivar strips in the fall, and they got 3 rounds of oxalic acid this fall. So I feel like I did everything I could. They all have a patty. They all have resources in there. So um, I've done the best I can. Now some of them will die because that's just how it goes. But I'm confident we will see some success from our labor, and hopefully next spring we're smiling as we unload the winter shed. So, um, but yeah, thanks for checking out the video. I appreciate everybody watching, and take care.